Hi viewers, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Mark. Today I'm by myself, so might be in and out of frame a little bit. Today I'm going to make chicken parmas. As with 90% of my meals, I start from scratch. So I'm going to be making the breadcrumbs to start with. Then I'll be crumbing the chicken, and once the chicken's crumbed, it'll be sat in the fridge for a couple of hours for the crumb to set. Okay, so starting off doing the crumb. What I like to use is the crusts from bread. Most people don't like eating crusts, so good use for the leftover crusts. So just in a blender, just break up the crusts. I like to use some garlic salt. Some of that, some black pepper, and some chilli. If you don't like chilli, you can leave it out. I just like the taste of it. Got a bigger blender, you can do it all at once. Right away. With my breadcrumbs, I like to put them in a bag. Just makes it a lot easier to crumb the chicken when it's done. Just out of the way. Crumbs, so we put them to the side. Now what we've got to do is got to whack the chicken out. I use 5 fillets. You can use breast if you want, but I find that the 5 fillets are a lot more tender and a lot more sweet, whereas the breast fillet tends to get a little bit dry once you cook it. Just use a meat mallet. You just want to whack it out so it's about a centimetre thick all the way through. So once you've done all of them, I've got them all whacked out. Now it's time to do the crumbing. I'll just wash my hands. So to do the crumbing, what we need is flour, egg and the crumb mix. Like I said, I've got the crumbs in the bag already. I'm going to do the same with the flour, and I'm actually going to do the same with the egg. Some flour in the bag. Now doing the eggs is usually the messiest part, that's why I like to do it in the bag. Two eggs, squish the eggs up so I like beating them. Put that bag to the side. So what I want to do now is put our chicken breasts, chicken thighs, sorry, into the bag with the flour. I'm just going to mix that around to coat the chicken with the flour. As you can see, our chicken's nicely coated with the flour. So now we take that into our egg mix. And we do the same with the egg mix. Here's what we did with the flour. And out of the eggs and into our crumbs. Once we finish with this, we're going to stick it in the fridge. I try to leave it in there for at least 2 to 3 hours. What happens is if you try and cook it straight away, because the crumbing mix is still fresh, it tends to peel off. So what you want to really try and do is put it in the fridge, let the egg set, and actually once the egg sets, it actually sticks to the chicken a lot better. So there we have our fillets, which have been crumbed. I'm going to stick them in the fridge now and let them set. It'll be probably about 3 hours I'll let them set, and then I'll cook them up, show you how to prepare and cook them. Okay, bye. Welcome back, viewers. Our Parmas have had a couple of hours in the fridge, so the crumb is set nicely. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook it now. In the fry pan I've put a little bit of oil and a little bit of margarine or butter, so we can actually brown the outside. What that'll do is that'll set the crumb onto the chicken, and when we put it in the oven, it'll stop it from sticking. Turn the oven on up to 160 degrees. So what we're going to be using is a Parmigiana sauce. I use the Legos one. I find that probably one of the better ones. And a mozzarella cheese, or you can use just a normal tasty cheese, whatever you prefer. Our butter's melted. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the actual parmas in the fry pan, and what we'll do is we'll brown those on both sides, and then onto our baking tray. Once they're browned, that'll take a couple of minutes. So what I'll do is I'll come back to it when they're done. Okay, welcome back again, viewers. Our parmas are brown on both sides now. So what we're going to do is going to transfer them to a baking tray. Just going to put some oil on because I'm going to do some chips to go with the parmas. I'll just adjust this camera now so you can see what I'm actually doing. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to add some of the Parmigiana sauce to the... So just spoon some out of that up on top of it. Now this Parmesan sauce has actually got ham in it. If you don't like ham, you can just use a normal tomato sauce or a tomato paste. It's up to your taste, whatever you like to do. So put that sauce on, cover it over. And then what we do is actually put the mozzarella cheese on top of that. Be pretty generous, doesn't matter if it melts off onto the tray. My cheese I like to keep in the freezer. That way, if you don't use it all, it's not going to go off. It'll actually keep it in the freezer for up to 3 or 4 months without it going off. Being in Queensland, very hot, so yeah, it's better off to keep it in the freezer, I reckon. Okay, so we've got our cheese on there, and we're going to put them in the oven. They'll take around about 10 to 12 minutes in the oven, and then once that's done, we'll come back and I'll show you. I'm going to cook while that's in the oven. I'm going to cook my chips as well. That's just some columbine potatoes which I've cut up. I boiled them in the microwave for 10 minutes, and they'll just cook up really well. So yeah, once these parmas are cooked, we'll come back. Back again, viewers. Our chips are done now. Our parmas are done. So I'm just going to grab them out of the oven. As you can see, the cheese is melted and it's browned. and chicken will be cooked through. I'll just serve them up. There we have it, chicken Parma with chips. I'm sure that's a meal anyone, any fuss eater or anyone in the whole, any family would enjoy eating. So yeah, enjoy and come back and I'll have another video next week, another meal. Okay, cheers.